Hey boys and girls, this is Mrs. Colson. I thought what I would do today is just talk to you a little bit about this activity page that goes along with our story, Frog and Toad, a Lost Button. And so what I'm going to do today is I just wanted to talk about this, just give you a quick lesson about this, and then today you are going to read the story A Lost Button. Now, I'm not going to read it to you today. I actually found a really cute read aloud on YouTube, and I really liked this read aloud because during the story, while the story is being read, and I'll just show this as an example, the words are also there too. So as it's being read aloud to you, the words are there that you can read, and plus he does some really fun voices. So I feel like the person who's reading this story right now just reads a lot better. So the voices are really cool. So what you're going to do is you're going to read or listen to the story Toad and Frog, A Lost Button, and then you're going to answer some questions. Now remember, we talked yesterday about a barn full of hats, and we're talking about the character's point of view. And so one of the questions, I'm just going to scroll down here on the next page. Again, this is the whole story just written out again. There's not the pictures, but it's the whole story that's been written out again. So what you're going to do is you are going to do a small retell. And in the characters section, you're going to do a point of view for Toad and a point of view for Frog. Okay, so I want you just to go back and remember, when we're trying to figure out a character's point of view, we read the words that they say. So we are going back and we're looking for words that have these two little floating commas we call quotation marks. So if I did something like this, it says, "Oh," said Toad, "it was here all the time. What a lot of trouble I have made for Frog." So our clue is what they say, and then their point of view is the point of view, the clue is what they say, and then that can tell you their point of view. So you have to kind of think about, that's why I thought it would be really cool to listen to the read aloud off the YouTube, because he actually, in the way that he does the voices, you can really tell the character's point of view. So it's really interesting to listen to. And then you can go back, and then the story is here for you if you want to reread it. Okay? So then you're going to respond to reading. There's 3 questions. The first question is, how does Toad feel when he can't find his button? How do you know? Okay? Second question, how does Frog feel when Toad gives him the jacket? You'll have to go back and read that to figure it out. And then number 3, how can you tell that A Lost Button is a fantasy story? And so if you are not sure, again, where to find your answers, you're going to have to go back and revisit the story. And luckily, with these 2 pages, the story is already there for you. The last question, I really like this. So there are ways that Toad describes his button. And I think in the past we came up with there's maybe six or 7 ways that Toad describes this button that he's looking for. And so down here on the making connections part, that's where you're going to write that down. Like, how many ways does he describe his button? And if you're not sure, again, you're going to have to go back to the story and look. And it's really interesting because he classifies his button in very precisely, which is what we do. Like when we're trying to find something, we want to make sure that we describe it so that we know what we're looking for. All right, so these are the questions that you're going to answer for me today after you read the story. This is going to be your main assignment for the day, is to read the story, answer the questions, and then if you want to write them down in your journal, or if you have a printer and you can print this out and just post a pic of it for me in Dojo, that's where we'll find it. So I just wanted to do this quick intro of the story for you, just so I feel like I can talk about it better than I can writing it in an email. So just listen to this. It's going to give you just instructions about A Lost Button, and then I can't wait to see your great work, you guys.